Hey guys, what's going on? Brian from Saltfish TV. Today we're going to be looking at this CADE and get it plumbed. Alright, so first off, getting this tank into the house was pretty, I guess, nerve-wracking because of what I already did to the door, as you guys seen. Or if you haven't, I'll link it up. And so I had a good buddy of mine come over, help me out to lift this thing. Actually, it's not too bad with just 2 people, but I mean, to be on the safe side, I would probably get 3 people so that someone can maybe help support the back or something. But we basically just bear hugged it, got it in here, we got the stand in here, nice and easy. Wasn't too bad overall. And the first thing that I always do when you set up a tank is you want to make sure that it's nice and level. So this is really awesome. So all I did at this point was bring it in straight from the garage, straight from the crate, put it down, get the tank in place, get it nice and even on the stand, and I threw up the leveler, and look at that. It's already level. Isn't it insane? I checked it everywhere. This way, the sides, the back, everywhere, it's nice and level. Straight out the box, these CADE tanks are ready to go. They're ready to rumble, ready to go. Super awesome. Okay guys, so first things first, I wanted to break down all the plumbing parts for you, to make it a little bit easier to understand. So this pipe over here will go into the top portion or back of the tank, and this is your main drain. And the lower half, this will connect down underneath with the gate valve, which is really nice. They include that. And what's really cool and nice to note is that they come already pre-glued with PVC cement, and they installed unions on certain areas so you can actually untwist it and make it like a quick disconnect, which is really nice. So this is on the left-hand side, and then right next to it is the emergency drain, which is slightly taller than it, which is a good toe. And then the lower half, this will connect down to it and into the sump. Now moving on to this pipe up here is actually your return pipe, and it will connect to the bulkhead and everything. And it has 2 ball valves, 2 ball union valves connected to it, so that if you wanted to add media reactors, it's all right there. That way, down the line, down the future, you can hook up media reactors. One thing to note is that these on the end are not glued in, so make sure that before you connect a media reactor or anything, that you actually PVC cement it in place, and that way it won't leak all over the place. And this soft tube, which is really nice, they include it. One end will go down to your return pump, and then it'll just slide up on here on this return pipe. So this one right here actually connects down, or sorry, to your ATO, because it has a built-in ATO reservoir and everything. And what you're not seeing in this shot is the pipe and the float valve, because I've already put that into the sump because I wanted to see how it went, how it goes, but I didn't want to mess with it, take it off, put it on too much, maybe crack something, you never know. And that's what that connects to. And this pipe all the way over on the left is actually what goes in the top half on the right side of the tank. That's your return, and it has a nice nozzle on the top of it for the water going into the tank. And then this connects to right here in the bottom half, and then this ball union valve right here is made for a chiller or anything else you want to connect to, honestly. So yeah, that is the plumbing in a nutshell. But also remember, they do come with these O-rings. I see
There's 2 of them installed on this pipe. Just know that one is for the inside and the second one is for the bottom half. Pretty much you sandwich it. Make sure you don't install both O-ring seals on one side only. Alright guys, well, let's get into it. Let's install it. Alright guys, so we're going to install our main drain tube first. This is one that's going to go into the top side or back of the tank. This is the one I was talking about that has 2 O-ring seals, so make sure you take one off. Leave one on for the top portion, so when we put it down, it'll stick through the hole in the bottom of the tank, and then on the bottom side we'll put the essentially the connection there with this other O-ring. So let's get this one in here. Now this is the bottom portion with the gate valve. So you unscrew the top portion like so, separate it, and then the O-ring will go and be sandwiched in between. I'll give you a closer look once it's in. Kind of forgot there was a side door, easier access. Remember that. So it's kind of better, I think, to try and install the O-ring on there first. Try and get it flush up against the bottom of the tank. That way nothing gets pinched or cut. Because this O-ring is going to be a device, so to speak, that'll help keep it watertight. Best to get it as far as on the threads as possible to where it's nice and flush. Alright, O-ring is on. Now this is just going to screw onto it. It would be easier if you had a helper with you as well. That way someone can hold the top while you're installing the bottom. Let's see if I can reach. Oh, I can. Nice. Careful not to cross thread anything. Let's get you off the tripod and let's take a little closer look, shall we? See if I can get up in there. This thing's a lot taller than the ones I'm used to. Alright, main drain valve. Oh, valve. Main drain pipe on the left-hand side. You can see. Doesn't want to focus. Maybe just have to hold it. There we go. See down there. I'll go down here to our access door. Super convenient. And there's our connection. So the pipe was just sticking through there. Slap the O-ring on nice and gentle, and then this just screwed on right to it. Let's get the lower half portion in, shall we? This is where it comes nice and convenient because it just screws on. So careful. Get this into position in the filter sock, right over the filter sock area. There is another O-ring within these quick disconnects, so just make sure that doesn't fall off in the process. Oh, you guys, I'm a dum-dum. Like I said, I'm not if I've ever said it, like I said, or whatever, I'm not a professional. It doesn't go right directly over the filter sock area. Duh. It goes right beside it, and it screws right on. Perfect. Duh. Cool. It's installed. It is installed. Now, what you can do. So I just screwed this right on, and right on, with some, you know, some finagling, you know, on my end. Cool. So yeah, so it just screws right on right here. Careful not to just Hulk tighten it, go too far, because you could crack it. Just don't do that, please. So what you can do is you can always loosen this a little bit, and then you can angle this gate valve more left if you want to, or you can keep it straight. as of right now. I'll just keep it straight and we'll see how it goes from there. So far it's going swimmingly. Now let's get the emergency pipe installed. Now to install this, it's the same concept. Same exact concept. There's two of these O-rings. Take one off. Make sure it's nice and flat. This one off. Get the O-ring on. Alright, I think that's on. Now let's screw on the bulkhead. I can't reach that one. Maybe if I use my legs. Hey guys, don't just stay on your knees. Pro tip. Stand up. Not a professional. Now that's installed. Connect this. Oh. I'm very accident prone. Did you know that, guys? I don't know where my kids get it from. Don't need a Hulk smash it. Closer look, shall we? There it is. Our main and emergency drains are installed. Kind of hard to see in there. Yeah, there it is on the right side. Yep. Sweet. Now it's time to work on the return side. All right, so starting with our return side plumbing, we're going to go ahead and hook up the ATO side because it has a cool feature with a built-in ATO reservoir. Love it. I've already installed the float valve and the long-standing pipe that goes up and over. There's holes in this side right here so that we can get our plumbing through. So these also come with these metal band clamps. So what's really good idea is to go ahead and tighten the one down that's on this side. This side is actually glued from the factory, so you don't have to worry about PVC cementing this one in place because it's already done. So let's go ahead and tighten this clamp down. So with these, you don't want to do it too tight either. Start cutting through, which would be really bad. And I've already taken the liberty of installing the, there's that bulkhead again, just like our drain pipes. Already installed it with the seal in place. All right, that's screwed in on the bulkhead. Now what you want to do is connect the tube coming out of it to the ATO. And there is another clamp that goes on that side. I'll show you here in a minute. All right, now that's installed. It went down all the way. All right, ATO is installed then. Next. What are we doing? We're gonna be doing our return pipe plumbing. So this one goes into the back of the tank. On the top side. So it comes with this piece. You unscrew this piece. Get you a closer look. This was one piece. This will actually be the piece that goes inside the tank at the top. And then this will connect it through the glass. There is a seal on this side. And you have these clamps down here. So what I recommend is going and putting this tube in the back of the tank and measure out, see how far down you need to push this one down onto the tube, because it comes unclamped and everything, so you don't really know the distance. So this way you can get the actual distance that you need because it could be tying down all the way on the bottom, and then where the hole's at pre-drilled in the tank, this could be like bent or something, kinked. You don't want this kinked. You want it nice and straight so the water can just flow straight into the tank, not back up or anything. I've already done this. I've already measured it out, put it in the tank. So what I'm gonna do is take these clamps and I'll clamp them down on the tubes. Keep it in place. All right, looks like tube is secure with our clamps. Let's put it inside the tank. Before we install it, I forgot to mention that this O-ring seal on this particular side has like a lip on it. I don't know if you can see the lip, so you can get it in there a little bit. It has a lip on it, So what you want to do on the pipe side, like on the inside, make sure that lip is pointing down and it's nice and flat on this pipe end. And whereas this one, the lip will go underneath the tank, on the underside, up. So my suggestion is to get the bottom portion tightened down first so that the pipe is actually nice and straight and it won't cross thread or anything on there. So this is the pipe that connects to the return. So we'll just unscrew this. Don't forget your O-ring. It just screws right on. Now there isn't really an access door to help you with this one, but there is a hole in the back, so to speak, an opening. So you can hold it. Let's see if we can hold this straight and do it from underneath here, getting the gasket on. Hey, perfect, look at that. Now, let's screw this on. Thinking about it, it probably would have been easier to do the return pipe first before installing your ATO. Maybe stick it in this hole in the tank. Get it on there. Nice and tight, don't want to hold smash it. Now that we're sticking it through here, we'll screw this on. Alright, not too tight, don't hold smash it. Cool. Now let's get a closer look. Alright, coming down here, so there's the ATO, bulkhead, union ball valve, and then it goes, the soft line goes through the hole and goes through the hard pipe right there. And goes straight down to the float valve. Oh geez. Another angle to the top hole right there. Might be a little too dark, but you can see where this nozzle, the top portion unscrews, goes in the tank side, this whole bulkhead area type deal. And then there's our tube and everything. Focus, baby. There we go. Comes it all down. Goes all the way down there. And screws right up in there. Let's finish piecing it together. Alright, now that we're pretty much done at the top, just got you down at the bottom. That's all we need to finish up. Should be pretty easy squeezy lemon peasy. So this portion where we unscrewed this, it's going to go to the return side. Alright, now that's connected to the return bulkhead. Now this, oh, I told you guys I'm so accident prone. Let's just stop waving things around, huh? Anyway, let's connect this. This goes on the left side and connects to this right side right here. Now we need to do some orientation. Change the orientation to some things because right now it's bumping into the gate valve. And we got that installed. All that's left now is installing the soft tube for the return pump, and that's it. Easy peasy. Our plumbing is complete for the CADE 900 S2 Series 2 Pro Reef, baby. Let's get in for a closer look. One last look overview. Main drain, emergency drain, media reactor lines, ball valves. Got the ATO hooked up. Goes over to this right side. Let's focus on my finger. The bulkhead there connects to the media reactors, and this is the return line as well. So the soft tube will go on this and go and connect to your return pump. There's one for a chiller if you so choose to put one in. That's for the ATO. You can turn it on and off, allow it to get water access or not. And one thing to note, that bulkhead just screws right into the CADE. It's already threaded in there. You don't have to put anything in the top. It's just a wide open hole for it. And then the return goes out here. And this compartment in here is where you will fill up your ATO reservoir, or this is the ATO reservoir, I should say. The ATO in general is a gravity fed, and it has the water level gauge for it right here. And then this is the level to see the water going into the tank and whatnot. And then you adjust the water level with the gate valve. Pretty exciting. One step closer to getting wet, guys. One step closer. Of course, the inspector has to come in. See how I did. I think she approves. Cool. Yeah, all in all, it's not that hard to plumb this tank at all. It's just that I personally could not find any clear instructions. So I hope that you find this video instructional and helpful. Yeah, especially knowing like where gaskets and stuff go. There's no clear instructions. I mean, CADE is awesome, and they include a paper that gives you a QR code to scan, and it sends you to the plumbing of a 1200 Series 2. I mean, that's helpful and all, but I mean, it's not the same exact plumbing as a 900, you know what I mean? So that's kind of why I made this video, because I kept Googling and researching and looking on YouTube, and I couldn't find what exactly I was looking for, like a step-by-step how-to, where to put the gaskets, how to put them on, especially the one with the lip on the return, like which orientation. I don't want anybody messing up or anything. So I hope this is helpful. Yeah, she approves too. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give it the thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And if you're new to the channel, stick around, because this CADE build is gonna be super awesome. I'm super excited. I can't wait to show you more. Yeah, Sawfish TV out. Well guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and single one of you. And if you're new to this channel, this is a great build so far. I'm messing this up.